Hello, and welcome to Beyond the Trail podcast. I'm here with my good friend, Annie Hughes. Say hi, Annie.
Hi.
We're in Buena Vista, Annie's new home, but I can also edit that out.
Oh, yeah, no.
We're in Buena Vista.
Yeah. No, it is my new home.
Yeah. When did you move here?
I moved here at the beginning of this month.
Okay.
So, yeah,
awesome.
A little bit better for year-round training.
For sure.
Not as harsh
For sure.
winter.
You were living in Leadville, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to hike on the Midland Trail, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Midland Trail.
Up to Midland Hill.
I think I've actually done this trail. It was actually when you and I met. For Collegiate Peak
yes.
50.
Yeah, we'll be on it for a good portion of it, but then we'll start to go up.
Cool. Yeah, that was the first time I got to meet you. And
I know.
Or the first time I even heard about you was Collegiate Peaks 50.
Yeah, that's so crazy. That feels like a long time ago.
You crushed me. Oh, you were so fast.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, who is this girl?
So funny.
So Annie, I haven't seen you since when? Was that Highlands?
I think it might have been Highlands. I know. Too long.
Too long is right. Yeah, so you just moved out here.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I love it. I started helping coach the cross-country team at the high school here.
Okay.
And then they needed a distance track coach this spring. And I was like, oh, that'd be fun to do. So, yeah, I did that this spring.
Awesome.
And
so you're actually working for the high school?
Yeah.
Cool.
Assistant coach for cross country, and then the head distance
Nice.
coach. Yeah, for track.
Wow.
And then, yeah, it was just a lot to drive down here every day for meets and
For sure.
practice. So I was like, just makes sense to go down here. And I drive down here to train in the winter. It's just better. The trails stay dry year round, pretty much. So
I love that.
yeah,
I love that.
it just made sense. My
Look at that
parents
view.
live down here too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't your mom?
Yeah. Yeah, and I graduated high school from here.
Cool. Are we going
I guess, maybe let's go this way.
Okay.
But,
So Annie, right before I turned on the camera, you said something kind of funny.
I said, this
is my first hike. And I wasn't sure if that was a humble brag. If you meant you've never hiked before. You just run.
but it's my first hike since January, I guess, because I got ankle surgery at the end of February.
Okay. What kind of ankle surgery?
So it's kind of crazy how this all happened, because it was never really that painful.
Mm-hmm.
But I rolled my ankle really bad 2 years ago in the winter. I just stepped weird on a trail in the snow and heard a crunch, and the next morning my ankle was a balloon.
Okay.
And I went to a PT and he was like, yeah, you can keep running on it, just stay on flat dirt roads.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing my full volume on a flat dirt road, so 100 miles.
Okay.
And it got better, but it definitely was never the same after that.
Okay.
And just felt stiff, and then sometimes I'd get pain on the side of my foot. But it was really only in the winter, I think, just running on the uneven surfaces. Mm-hmm. So I never really got it checked out, and I just didn't think it was that big a deal, because it was never that painful. And then, I did all these crazy races and stuff with training the last 2 years. And then finally this winter, it started just to bug me a bit more, and then it looked a lot different from the other ankle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's just a lot of scar tissue buildup, and the bone was all angry.
Really?
Yeah, they had to impound the bone to and like shaved part of it off because it was like, I think stressed and like got big or something.
Okay.
But
inflammation built up on the bone?
Yeah, I know there was like a bone bruise.
Okay.
But yeah, I know the bone was like enlarged somehow.
Okay.
So, yeah, I finally got it checked out this winter, and I was expecting the PT to be like, oh yeah, just do these exercises, you know, for it and strengthen it up and like, you'll be fine. And instead he was like, yeah, you should probably get an MRI and like maybe cross train, like don't run until we know. And so I got the MRI, and the PT I was going to, he's also...
Was it Ryan?
No, it was out of Summit Chiropractic and Rehab.
Okay.
And yeah, I went to him for the first 6 weeks.
Okay.
And he told me I didn't need surgery or anything. So I was like, okay, that's great. But I was like, how do I know it's gonna like get better? He's like, well, you could do like a PRP injection where they like spin your blood and like.
Yeah, I've had that done.
Oh, you have? Does it work well?
I had it for Achilles tendonitis and plantar fasciitis.
Oh, okay.
And it took 2 rounds before it worked. But yeah, it worked.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean,
because it takes a while for it to like, you to rest for a while.
Yeah, I had to rest for like 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Time, which was really only 4, but 4 is pretty good.
Yeah. That is pretty good. Yeah.
It was supposed to be 6, but yeah.
4 is plenty, yeah.
You know.
That
kind of stuff. So
then I went to the Stedman clinic and I got a second opinion. And that doctor is like an ankle specialist.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, you would definitely need surgery.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, this is really messed up and not going to heal on its own. He's like, I'm surprised you're not in more pain because both my tendons have torn. Or were torn. And then like I torn ligaments and the bone thing. Yeah, it was just like a mess.
Didn't you? I mean, I know the answer to this. You ran the Swiss 360.
Yeah.
Like, did it hurt during that?
I don't really remember it. I mean, like everything just hurt. But I don't really remember that being a problem. But I don't know. It's just like one of those things where I'm like, it's not a big deal. You roll your ankle all the time,
right?
You know. So I just never thought it was like a serious issue.
But it was probably not just that you rolled the ankle, but then you went and did 100-mile week, right?
Yeah. Well, I think part of it too. I think it was just like kind of a ticking time bomb because that was definitely the original like stressor.
Sure.
But then after that, like running on it while it was injured and like I have really high arches. And so like my feet kind of like supinate outward.
Okay.
And that puts a lot of extra stress on those peroneal tendons.
Okay.
And my ankle. And so the doctor thinks it was like, yeah, like, and I've rolled my ankle a ton since that really bad one too.
Okay.
It just like happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, the concert.
Man, I know there's like a concert going on at the river.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the longest.
I love TV.
I know, me too. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. So, are you all better? Like, are you getting better? Like,
yeah. So I'm actually not supposed to. I'm not supposed to be hiking until mid-July.
Really?
Yeah.
Annie.
But the doctor said I went to him the other day and I was like, I've been hiking and even running a little bit and it feels good. And
oh man.
He looked and he was like, wow, I'm like actually really stoked about your progress. And I've honestly just been kind of like hiking and not doing that much of the PT. But the PT was like super stoked. She was like, "You're progressing so well." Like, and I was like, "You're gonna be running in like 4 weeks."
Cool.
So I'm like, okay, I must have done
You're doing something right.
Yeah.
You've got youth on your side.
Yeah. I guess so. I've just been so busy these last 3 weeks. Like I haven't like had time to drive all the way down there to PT, and then just didn't do a ton of the homework on my own. So.
Okay, well, if you hurt at any point, like, you could just turn around. Like,
Yeah. No, I don't feel it at all right now.
I don't want to set you back at all.
I know, you're good.
Okay. Man, so how, I know a lot of people get injured, and for somebody like who is at your caliber, which is
Thank you. One more.
an elite athlete racing some of the most prestigious races, both in the U.S. and in the world. Like, how have you dealt with being injured? And what are some of the struggles that you've experienced along the way of healing?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is I just feel like I don't know. I just put a lot of pressure on myself to get as many results as I can, and just do as much as my body will let me each year. And I think looking back, I might have overdid it a little bit the past 2 years. So I think this honestly was really good for me, and I think it's gonna reframe my whole mentality behind how much I'm racing, and just being more intentional with it instead of I have a month here, I could fit another race.
Sure.
So
yeah, I think we see that a lot. There's plenty of people who have come before you who, went along that same path of racing. And it's hard. I don't know if I actually understand what it all takes to perform the way that you do or have. And there's plenty of people who have come before you who have learned the same lesson.
yeah, for sure. I think I could kind of tell, mentally too, that I needed a little break. But I'm just obviously not going to listen to that.
Right.
It's I need to do my job and things to do. But it's kind of the break I didn't really know I needed.
Sure.
And I've never had an injury like this in the 14 years I've been running now.
Right.
So
has recovery been somewhat of a positive experience, or?
Yeah, I would say so, for sure. I think honestly the hardest thing about it was it wasn't I missed running. I actually was kind of well, it's funny because one of my other friends got knee surgery, and she's about to get ankle surgery too.
Your roommate, right?
Oh, a different friend.
Oh, okay,
one of my running friends. She also did too.
Okay.
But yeah, my running friend said this. She was like, surgery's kind of relaxing. It's yeah. Not that I like surgery, but surgery is kind of relaxing.
You have an excuse to slow down, to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice, waking up I don't have to do anything today.
Right. Your job is to heal.
Yeah.
Healing means not doing. Yeah.
Right. And I think where I was mentally, I was in a good place to take a break.
What do you mean by that?
I think I was just feeling just sort of tired, just from the season, the few years before, and like the training is just like a lot, and the races are a lot mentally.
Yeah.
Like it's just really draining.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think like maybe you were close to OTS, overtraining syndrome, or?
Maybe, like, I don't know. I was getting really fit though. Like I was getting ready to do this 200-mile challenge in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And I was going to use that as like a training challenge for the Triple Crown of 200s.
Okay.
And I think that was also kind of weighing on me, like, shoot, I'm feeling this way, like just tired, like mentally and physically. And then I have this season of like all these 200s, which take a lot out of you.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think like it was the week before I was supposed to leave for Hong Kong that I found out I needed surgery. Or actually, that was a different timeline because I found out about the injury and the doctor did an ultrasound and found the tears, but we didn't know exactly what was going on.
Okay.
And so I just decided not to do the Hong Kong thing. So I was like, if you found tears, with an ultrasound, like what else is going on,
Yeah. For sure.
So that was a good decision.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, who knows what damage.
Yeah, it
you
could have
would have
ruptured
kept
it was not good. So, yeah, I think I'm already so excited to start training again, and I feel like I'm gonna be in a really good place when I come back.
That's great.
Yeah, and I haven't really, I don't know, I just had a lot of distractions, I guess, so maybe that's good. But just like putting more of my focus into like coaching track and focusing on, my online athletes that I coach.
Okay.
Just like putting more of a focus into other people's running.
Sure.
Instead of like my running always comes first, and then those things are kind of my,
Sure. Yeah.
second thing. So yeah, just putting that first, I think was really good.
Do you feel that by putting these other things first, essentially you're putting other people first?
Yeah.
Do you feel like, it has made like recovery easier because you're focusing on other people?
Yeah.
And not on like the negative aspect of being injured?
Exactly. Yeah. And just like doing other things, like I got a job at a coffee shop here baking all the baked goods in the morning.
Okay.
So that's really fun. I don't know, just like doing other things to fill the time.
Totally.
But I'm going to start cross training a bit more now. Like I've just been really limited on what I could do for a while. Like even just functioning in everyday life with crutches and like not being able to put weight on your foot is like the most frustrating thing.
Yeah.
And like living in Leadville was really stressful, like when it would snow, because I couldn't shovel or anything. And I just like trying to find friends, like it's like a lot to ask. Can you guys shovel my car out so I can drive with my left foot to practice?
Right. Oh my God, yeah.
Like hopefully no one sees me driving.
You're like using the crutch.
Yeah, I like get out to get gas and like hop around the car to I was like, no one look at me. This is safe, it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, just functioning in everyday life was definitely the most frustrating thing about the whole injury.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like, I thought I'd miss running more, but it was like, no, I just miss being able to go get a glass of water. Like,
yeah, the simple things.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes you put everything into perspective a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's been good.
So you mentioned you coach athletes, both like at school and kind of like in your own business?
Yes, I work for Ian Sharman's coaching program, Sharman Ultra Coaching.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's so fun, like getting, like it's all online.
Cool.
But when I can meet the athletes in person, like I try to.
Awesome.
And it's been so nice, like going to races and like helping crew them and like actually see their races.
I love that.
Yeah, just like, I really like that you can just build such a better relationship when you actually like see them race and like meet them in person.
For sure.
Like I've just noticed that.
For sure.
Like the athletes that I feel like I connect the best with are the ones I've met in person.
Very
So
cool.
I try to do that as much as I can.
Right.
And then obviously the like high school kids are awesome. Like they're a lot of fun.
That.
Yeah. Like there's such a good balance of, they work really hard in their workout days, like take it really seriously. And then on their easy days, I remember in high school, like I would always get in trouble with the coach on easy days, like, because it would just turn into kind of like a competition and like we'd all be pushing too hard in our easy days. At least in college and stuff like that. And he was always trying to like tell us to chill and,
Yeah.
but.
So this is a theme of yours.
Yeah.
Being able to chill.
Yeah. That's probably why I'm good at the really long ones. Just don't chill for 3 or 4 days.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think sometimes injury or setbacks, whatever you want to call it. I mean, some people, when they're pregnant, they can't run. And then when they come back, it's like this, I don't know, it's like a new energy.
Yeah.
You have so much excitement for what you weren't able to do.
Right.
And an appreciation.
Yeah.
For like what was taken away from you. So I think, this is definitely going to be something that, even if you don't race like you did, which I kind of don't recommend.
I think.
But I think the ones that you do choose and you focus on, you're going to be really strong.
Yeah, I think so.
And excited about them.
Yeah. And I kind of want to start doing some more races that are like a little bit more prestigious, I guess. Like in the UTMB series. Like,
cool.
I'd like to do UTMB next year.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. Maybe Western States or something.
Yeah, you should totally do both.
Yeah, I feel like I need to just check them off the box. Like they're kind of the bucket list.
Totally.
I'd be way more excited about UTMB than Western States though. So.
I mean, States is hot.
Yeah, I'm just not into the heat and I don't really, the course isn't that inspiring to me.
Right. But the energy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely
history.
Yeah.
It definitely adds to the whole experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like to choose races that have really pretty views.
I know, me too. UTMB,
like
for sure.
And Mount Blanc and like Swiss Peaks and
Yeah, UTMB is beautiful.
Like why run, I don't know, I get that it's so cool that there's different, I want to say, like you can specialize in like road ultras or, 24-hour events on like the track or something like that.
Right.
And then there's like these mountain ultras.
Totally.
Or backyard or, stuff like that. But I don't think I could not do a backyard
I would like to actually.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like, that'd be a cool like mental challenge.
I think big sounds really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I just like, if I'm gonna run for that long, like I want to see some really cool things.
I know. Totally.
Like, I don't know, I just don't really like running the distance just to run the distance. Like I want to explore some cool place or like, might as well if you can do that.
For sure. Now that you're living here, you'll be like really close to the High Lonesome course.
I know.
You're like pretty much on it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. But you've already won that race, so do you think you'll ever go back?
I think, maybe someday. I like that one. It's a good like local one. Yeah, I think I'd like to do it again for sure someday.
You don't mind repeating courses?
I don't. I actually haven't repeated. I think I've only repeated one.
Okay.
Behind the rocks. 50.
Okay.
So nothing like,
Right. It's more of like a training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was crazy though, because I did that race. That was like one of the first ultras I did. And I took 2 hours off my time.
Wow.
Last year.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Are we going up?
Yeah. So it's kind of like, I feel like I should repeat more courses because
You could probably improve upon.
Yeah. It's kind of fun talking about ultra running again. I like honestly forgot, like I don't really think about it anymore.
Right.
I'm like taking a total like.
Yeah. Well, I told you before, like over text, I was like, I want to talk about other things other than ultra running. I mean, we could talk about ultra running, but you know, I want to talk about like, who is Annie? Like, if you took running away, like, who are you? You know, like, let's get to know you as a person.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. Because I think, like, so many of us, like, put our identity into this one bucket.
Yeah.
But we're all more than just one thing.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
And I actually find the other parts of people more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
I agree.
like, I feel like it's something that we do and we love, but it isn't all of us, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
I just can't really get
Everything.
like that into it. I don't know. At the end of every season, I'm like, I don't want to talk about ultra running. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to like look at it. Like, I turn off my social media because I just like don't want to think about it for a little bit. But I do love it when I'm in it. So.
For sure. And I think like injury is an important topic for people to talk about because sometimes there's stuff going on internally with your mind that like we don't really discuss, you know?
Yeah.
There's like a mental aspect to recovery that we don't always talk about. And I think it's important because like we're all kind of similar, whether like we want to believe it or not, like we're all kind of similar and injury does suck.
Yeah, totally.
And if you can make the most of it, that's wonderful, which it sounds like you have.
Yeah, I think I would be a lot more discouraged if it was like, still didn't know what it was. Like, I'm just glad that I was able to like, okay, this is what's going on. This is exactly what's happening. This is what we can do to fix it.
Right.
I fix it, and now I just have to do the healing and all the things to get back.
Totally.
It's like, but at least I know exactly what's going on and how to fix it and when I'll be back. Whereas like those other injuries where it's like hormonal or, you know, like, it's like, I can't figure out what's going on in my body. Like that would just be really frustrating to me.
For sure.
So
For sure.
I think this is probably the best case scenario for like a not so great injury.
Yeah. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I just kind of have to accept it and like, is what it is.
Well, and I think you focusing on other people, putting your energy into making them better, is, it's like making your recovery easier because you're not dwelling on the negative parts.
No, I think something that's been like just this whole injury has opened my eyes to is like professional running is just like very self-focused and like you can literally just spend the whole day like taking care of yourself and doing things for yourself and like it doesn't involve and everyone needs to work around you because you need to get your training in and you know the meal and the you know body work and
the nap.
Yeah, exactly. It takes like all day. It's crazy. But I And then like my only social life is like going on runs with friends. So like, I just think, like I've actually been hanging out with my friends and I've gotten into like pickleball and.
I just bought paddles.
Really?
Yeah, big. I have them. They're in my car.
Gosh, we should play. That'd be so
play.
Fun.
There's actually a lot of history behind the Midland Hill Trail, which I had no idea until I started doing a little bit of research. But it got its name because of the Colorado Midland, which was built and owned by James Hagerman in the late 1800s. The railroad had its tracks on the Midland Hill, which sat about 450 feet above town. And they did this because they were headed towards Leadville and they didn't want to lose altitude by coming down into the town of Buena Vista. You grew up here in BV, yeah? But then
I
did you move?
Yeah, so I grew up in Wisconsin and then I moved to BV for my senior year of high school.
Okay.
So I was only here for 1 year.
Gotcha.
And then I went to college and then I moved to Leadville.
And where did you go to college?
I went to Adams State University in Alamosa. And I ran cross country and track there for a year and a half. And then, I decided that, I don't know, I got really into like hiking the 14ers, all the 14,000 foot peaks in Colorado. And I was like, I really want to climb them all.
I know, I need to.
Yeah, it's such a fun goal.
24, 25.
That's really good.
Yeah, but I got a lot more to go.
A lot of them are like in groups, like you can just knock out a bunch at once.
Right. So did you do them all?
Yeah. Cool. I like quit the team, climbed all the 14ers.
That's hilarious. What did your coach think about that?
I think he could kind of tell because I was like on our easy day, or on Thursdays we had a NCAA day, so they couldn't we didn't have mandatory practice. And so like we wouldn't get in trouble if we didn't go. And then Friday was always like a hard workout.
Okay.
And so I'd always, on Thursday, I was like, I don't have to go to practice. I'm going to go climb all these 14ers.
That's awesome.
So like I would go do like 20 miles in the mountains on our easiest day of the week. Yeah. And then come back and like have a horrible workout. And, I just was so excited about it. I was like, I don't know. Like my heart just wasn't really in like cross country anymore.
Right.
And I felt bad. Like, I didn't do that all the time because I, felt like I needed to. Also,
yeah. You're part of the team.
Yeah.
Let them down.
But I like talked to the coach and I was like, I don't think it's like fair to you or to me that I'm not like fully in it.
Right.
So, and he was, really cool about it.
Cool.
So. Worked out.
Nice. Is your mom happy that you're back?
Yeah, they are snowbirds and they've been in Florida for the last 6 months. So
where in Florida?
The Villages.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, you do?
I grew up in Ocala.
Oh, that's right.
And
the Villages.
When I was in high school, like the Villages was sort of like new.
Oh, okay.
And it was really nice.
Yeah.
Because it was so new. And so a couple of my guy friends were like servers at the restaurant there.
Oh.
And so we would go there and kind of like party.
Party in the Villages.
All the old people in the square. They would have dancing.
The square? Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my parents are very into the dancing in the squares. All the activities, they're into their pickleball and golf, and my mom like rides her bike everywhere and like runs and
cool.
Yeah, they're very active. So.
Yeah. So when will they come back?
So they just got back at the beginning of this month.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
it's been really nice having them.
Are you living with them?
No.
Okay.
I live maybe like at least 30 minutes to get to their house.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, like 15 minutes from my house in
Like
town.
they're closer to, like, heading to Salida?
Yeah, exactly.
Or Mount Princeton, yeah.
So yeah, we're like technically in BB, but we're like polar opposites.
I would love to move here. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to buy a little farm and have a horse.
That would be so
Like,
cool. I didn't know you like
that
horses.
land. Yeah. Well, I'm from Ocala.
Oh, that makes sense.
Ocala's horse country.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
I've ridden since I was a baby. I mean, I had my first pony at 4.
Oh my gosh.
4 and 5. And yeah, I've broken 2 horses for my dad. And
Oh my gosh.
I've ridden my whole life, yeah.
That is so cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I love riding. When I went to Patagonia, we did the one touristy thing that like I wouldn't typically do, but because it's Patagonia and they have I think they're called gauchos.
Yeah.
They're like the horsemen.
Right.
They like had a thing where you could go ride with them. And again, I wouldn't normally want to do this because like here, at least, all of the guided horse rides are like you're in a line, going very slow.
Yeah.
It looks super boring. So I asked the gaucho, I said, are you sure you're going to let me have a horse that I can really ride? Like I want to be able to ride without having to follow behind you. And he's like, this is what everyone says, that they know how to ride and then they get on a horse and they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I promise you, I'll pay you extra if you think that I can't do it or whatever. Like I was just messing around with him. And so he ended up giving me a horse named Diablo.
Oh.
And he let me ride it freely.
Oh, wow.
And he and I actually ran around this lake, and I clocked it on my Garmin because I started my Garmin. I went 29 miles per hour.
On a horse.
Yeah. It was amazing.
My gosh.
It was amazing. And there was this gravel around the lake. It was all gravelly. And he was going so fast and he was in front of me that his horse was kicking up the gravel and hitting me.
Oh,
and so I just kind of had to duck and hang on. Just I couldn't really look up for very long.
Oh my gosh. You're just getting hit with needles.
Yeah. It was all this gravel was getting shot at me. It was amazing though.
Oh my gosh, that sounds magical.
It really was. There's something very freeing about going really fast on a horse.
Oh, I bet. That is so cool.
Do you ride or have you ever ridden?
I've been a couple times, but not I think actually, this is funny. I think I don't know, when I was a kid, you go through phases where you're really into something for it's horses were one of those phases. And I remember like telling my mom, like we lived in this like condo complex, and I was like, we could get a horse and keep it in our garage. And like I was
like Addie.
Yeah. I was like so persistent, and my mom said that like for like a millisecond she thought, well, could we have a car? She was like, wait, what am I thinking?
It was like Addie and I. She's like, we could put it in the backyard, and I'm like, we kind of could, but no.
Like actually considering it for like a second. Just how my mom like caught herself like, what am I thinking? Like, no, we can't have a horse in our garage.
Yeah. Not sure the HOA would approve of that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But did you know I just got chickens and ducks?
Oh my gosh, I've seen your posts about them, but I didn't know if like they were yours.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I built a coop.
That is so cool.
And now I have 2 ducks and 5 chickens.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
I just really want organic eggs.
Yeah.
And so I'm feeding them all organic and letting them roam my yard.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I have a really big yard, so.
Oh, really?
I'm kind of glad we're putting it to good use, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Sure, the chickens are happy too.
Yeah. They're so happy.
Oh,
It's really cute.
that is so cute.
Because, I mean, for the first month and a half, I had to keep them in like a big metal trough.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, it's stinky.
Yeah.
Like I was having to change the bedding like every day. They would spill their water all over. And it was just a really small area for that many animals. So now that they're free, they're like, this is amazing.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Oh, that fresh eggs. That's so nice.
Right.
Eggs are expensive these days.
I know.
Yeah.
And like, I just really want to know.
Right. It's
That
like,
I'm
are they
getting,
really
like-
cage free?
Right.
Like,
Right. Another cool fact that I learned is that the tunnels that are on County Road 371 were actually built for the railroad tracks because Denver and Rio Grande had the only available space used for their tracks along the Arkansas River. And so the Colorado Midland had to build up on that road. The tunnels are now on the National Register of Historic Places and are being studied for repairs and stabilization.
did you grow up on a farm then, or like?
Kind of.
Okay.
So my dad, his father, had 20 acres, so nothing big. But
So that's pretty big.
yeah, I mean, big enough. You know, I had mentioned before, and now I've said it publicly a lot. Like my mom, you know, she left when I was 11.
Yeah.
And so when she left, we were actually living in St. Croix, the U.S.
okay.
Virgin Islands.
Wow.
And because she left, my dad moved us all back to Florida so that we could be with family.
Oh.
And we lived with my grandparents on their farm.
Okay.
So,
Well, that'd be nice.
yeah, there were good and bad things about it.
For sure, yeah. It's a lot of
know.
work. Like, you like have to be there all the time and like tend to
Well,
all the
not
things.
just that, but I mean, like with the whole family.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. Like, yeah, there were good and bad. But I had horses, so I was happy. That was sort of like when I wasn't taking care of Desi, I would go ride and yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I guess I do, like, because there's, it's been a while since I've seen the movie now. But I think that was in there, like, the horses, maybe.
I think they kind of show like my room, which
Oh, okay,
had
that's right.
pictures of horses, probably
Yeah.
like yours when you were going through the phase.
Yeah, the phase.
Yeah.
I never actually rode the horses. So I just,
Right. It's okay. Some people have, you know, spaceships and shuttles and outer space stuff in their room.
yeah.
It's good to dream.
Oh, yeah. I have like a big imagination.
So if you were not like a runner, sponsored athlete, like what could you imagine yourself being other than an athlete?
Yeah, so I actually became a professional in college. Well, I started out as a business major at Adams State, and I think if I never found trail running, I'd probably just finish out the 4 years there and, get my business degree.
Okay.
But when I found trail running, I was like, I don't really have to stay in Alamosa. Like, I could go to Leadville, and they have like a community college there.
Yeah.
Like, just finish up there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think my life would be pretty different if I had stayed at Adams State. But I also never expected to become a professional runner.
Right.
So I was planning to be like a guide of some sort, like a mountain guide.
Cool.
Or backpacking guide, just something outside.
Yeah.
But I'd probably need something that's a little bit more stable than that too.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about working for like the Forest Service.
Cool. Yeah.
And actually for a year there I studied teaching or education. And like thought about being a teacher so I could have the summers off and like play in the mountains.
Yeah. I've kind of thought about all of those as well, which is funny. Not teaching.
Oh, really?
But being a guide. It's just really, it's a hard business to, get started, to make a name for yourself.
Right, exactly.
Find the clientele.
Yep.
But
a lot of
also,
work too.
Yeah.
I don't know, just being stuck on a mountain for like 4 weeks, or not for,
I think it depends on what mountain, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Sure.
I mean, I've had people like reach out and say they want to climb here in Colorado. So there's definitely like a market.
Yeah, totally.
It's just, I don't know that it could be the only thing.
Right. I just don't think I'm a like 9 to 5 sort of girl. Like,
right.
I
know.
Need to be like
it
moving.
Eats my soul.
It's funny too with professional running. It's just such a weird job. It's like I technically don't have anything going on ever. But yeah, like I have to be like in a routine and like home and like training.
Right.
It's like this weird thing where it's like I have time, like I should be able to go visit family, but then it like throws off my routine. I don't know.
Right.
So like I kind of need to be here to train. And
so are you pretty strict with like a routine when you're in training mode?
Yeah, when I'm in training, it's like takes up all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Especially like long run days, it's like all day. Or like in the summer, I'll just do big adventures in the mountains all day. Or I'll do like a training trip and like just put like my peak weekend in like a cool place that is usually like warmer than.
I think maybe I've never actually had that. I've never trained like a professional.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like it's almost better in a way to have things going on the day, because like there's some days where I'm like just doodling around and like, shoot, I have to get my run in.
Right. Yeah.
It's like easy to like waste a lot of time because you don't have to like be anywhere at a certain time.
Sure.
But no one's telling me what to do. Like I don't have a coach or like
right.
I don't have to be anywhere at a certain time. It's just like wake up and like, all right, I'm gonna. But like just like cooking and meal prep, because like I have to have all my food ready when I get home from the run. That's always kind of stressful. I'm like, okay, I gotta prep all my meals for after like my long run days, because after a long run, like I can't just like come home and cook something. Like it has to be like ready for me.
Right.
I spend a lot of time cooking and like meal prepping and sleep a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I don't really know what that's like because I've never been able to train that way. I'm sure it's kind of wonderful. Like
in a way,
just be able to focus
on
running.
in a way, it feels kind of unproductive though, or like, you know, I'm just glad I have the coaching stuff on the side, because I think if I didn't have something else, like I would go crazy. Like I couldn't just do that.
Right. Yeah. How long have you been coaching?
I've been coaching almost 2 years now. Yeah.
Cool. Do you ever think that you will get a coach? Or do you not?
I thought about it. I don't know. I think it would be helpful if I was like into the shorter distances, where it's like a little bit more calculated, and like I think I would question myself a little bit. It's funny how like it's like I don't mind training other people for those distances, but when it comes to myself, I'm like, I don't really know what I should do. This is weird how that works.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's like you just need someone, like an outside perspective. I think I just need like validation with that. Like, am I doing this right?
Right.
Like, I don't know. It's just
a lot of people think that Olga is your coach.
Yeah, I mean, she has helped me a little bit. Like, I'll get a random text, like, maybe do a long run with some sort of harder effort in it. She'll, like, write something out. Maybe do this tempo workout. And she'll write it out. But it's always just, like, random, and it's like, you don't have to do it at a certain day or time. Just, like, get this in the next week or 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
Because I can't just go out and be like, okay, today I'm doing a tempo.
I know.
It like has to like come to me. I'm like,
yes.
I wake up and I'm like, I feel good. Like I'm gonna do a workout.
Yeah, that's how
I'm gonna do a long run. Yeah.
Or sometimes I'm in the run and I'm like, oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to like pick it up.
Exactly. I think that's like the beauty of just like not having a coach. It's like just the beauty, like listen to your body and trust your body.
Yeah.
And just have a basis, like knowing what you need to do.
For sure.
But kind of like pick and choose when you want to do everything. Because like there's so many runs. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Just, yeah. You can, like, show it if you want. Whatever you want.
There's some runs where I go out and like I feel horrible in the beginning. And then like midway through I'll feel really good.
Yeah.
And then just do a good run.
Like, now I'm doing a speed workout.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, actually, today I'm just going to do speed.
That's funny.
Yeah. But it works well for the long ones because they're just a little bit less calculated. It's like, all right, go hike all day.
Yeah.
Just get time on your feet.
Yeah, I love that.
Like
we
not
need to do some together,
complicated.
Annie. You hear?
Oh,
we need to do some peaks together.
Yes, I would love that. Hi.
Hi.
Come on. I've never been so excited just like hike and walk. It's like walking is so nice.
I know.
I'm like so out of shape. I can already tell.
No, it'll come back.
Yeah,
it will.
It's so funny because I like once I finally got clear to walk and everything. I just expected to like feel the way I've always felt in a walk, like walking. And like I would go at my normal pace, and it was like,
yeah.
Like how did I get this out of shape in like, 6 weeks non-weight baby?
Oh man, yeah.
Crazy. So my calf is like so much smaller than the other one.
Your what?
My calf, like, isn't that crazy? This
size? Yeah, I do see it.
And like,
it'll come back. Yeah.
So crazy.
Do you have like any goals for, coming up, or are you trying to see how training and recovery goes?
Yeah, I'm not signed up for anything yet.
That's smart.
I sort of have some like ideas
Uh-huh.
floating in my mind, but
Yeah.
nothing is like, I think it just depends on like how my comeback goes. And if I'm feeling really good and in a good place to like do a race as early as October, that'd probably be the earliest I'd do one.
Cool.
But I think it'll kind of be a full year. Like I think it'll be February before I do a big race. I don't know, I kind of want to do something low key for the first one back.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to think what is in October.
I know, it's like I also want to make it purposeful though, so it's just kind of, I started thinking about like Kodiak or Terraware, but those are big, you know, UTMB races, but I don't know, maybe I should just like throw myself in the fire.
I think you should listen to your body.
Yeah.
And
It's just tough, like, coming back from this, because it's, like, one thing just to get back to running in general. That's a whole other thing to, like, I need to get back to running 100 miles competitively. Like, it's, like, not exactly.
I know.
And, like, the training for a 100-miler, and, like, yeah, it's just going to be a long journey.
For sure.
So.
But lots of people have done it before.
Yeah. If I can't run, I'll just walk and hike, but that doesn't really get you into, like, super shape or anything.
Right. Yeah.
It's good for just coming back, though, for right now.
How's Hoka been with the injury and all?
Oh, they've been really supportive. Like, I just felt really bad, and, like, I told them about it and everything. It's like, I think I'm going to need to get surgery.
Yeah.
I just, like, want to be transparent with you all. And they're so nice, understanding, like, this happens to everyone. Like, you'll be fine. So, yeah, it's just nice to have their support. 'Cause I'm like, I feel bad. I literally can't do my job. So.
Yeah.
So.
Do you feel like you have a good community around you?
Yeah, I really do. Especially here, just have like my good Leadville running friends. And then I also have a really good running friend in Salida, Lindsay Herman, who's also been going through an injury for a long time now. And she's gotten really into biking, and she actually just took second into her first bike race ever.
Oh, cool.
I know.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
I know, I'm like, maybe I should try to
Yeah.
get into that, but yeah, and then the coaches that I coach track with are so awesome. And
Are they?
yeah, I actually went to high school with one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we went to Adams State.
Okay.
But I wasn't like super good friends with him or anything, so yeah, it's cool. And like, he's still friends with all of the people I went to high school with, and like I was only there a year, so I just kind of like, I made friends, but not like friends I don't keep in touch with them really.
Right.
So yeah, it's been fun to like, I never really thought I'd go back to like my high school.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. We've been like all getting into pickleball.
Cool.
And we played volleyball last night, and
Nice.
yeah, it's fun to have friends to do like other things with.
Agreed. Yeah. I feel like it's really important when you're going through something like this where,
Yeah.
it's just nice to have people around you that can take your mind off of it,
Right, exactly.
focus on other.
And aren't, ultra runners.
Right.
I don't know, it's just nice to have like
Totally.
a fresh perspective.
Yeah. I know.
Not that I love having ultra runner friends, but
I get it. Like I told you, I'm like, I get so bored
yeah.
of
I
just
just
talking
cannot talk
it.
about ultra running. Yeah.
Or like that being the only thing.
Yeah.
Cool view.
I know.
So there's Yale.
Princeton, Antero.
Antero's in the middle?
Antero's that one.
Princeton.
Oh, Princeton is this like...
The whole mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big mountain.
Yeah.
And then Antero is that one right there with like the streaks and the kind of the bowl. And then...
Which I've done Antero.
Oh, okay.
And I...
Oh, yeah. And with High Lonesome, you would go right past the summit too.
Yeah. But we don't summit in High-Low.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a bummer.
I know, that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Remember 14er.
Yeah.
And then Chavano and Tapwash.
Down there?
Yeah, yeah. I don't think you can really see them like from this
okay.
angle. But those are, I'm gonna say like Uray Peak or something like that down there.
Okay.
They're like
not,
12
they're 13.
or 13,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. The Nolans are out right here.
Yeah. Are you ever going to go for that?
I don't think I would want to do it as like an FKT.
Really?
No. I'm just really not into like going off trail.
Oh, okay.
And like, I don't know, being on like Talus and like bushwhacking.
Yeah.
I just get kind of frustrated. Like, I just want to move on a trail.
Right.
So I think that part of it kind of like turns me off, but I'd like to do it as just like a fun challenge.
I would love to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I could get the FKT, but I would love to just do it.
Yes, yeah, I would too.
We should do it.
Yeah, we should.
That would be fun.
That would be really fun.
Getting after it.
That was killer.
Good job. So Annie, do you have any siblings?
No, I'm actually an only child.
Okay.
And I have 3 older stepsisters.
Okay.
We're all exactly 4 years apart, and I'm the youngest.
Okay.
And they're super sweet, but my mom got remarried when I was in like 8th grade. And by that time, like all the girls were out of the house.
Oh, okay.
And so I never like lived with any of them.
Right.
And they're so cool and so sweet to me, but I'm just not like,
Yeah.
I think it'd be different if I like lived with them. I'd sort of feel like I had siblings growing up, but
Sure.
yeah, it was just me.
Yeah.
I think it was good for like my situation. It's like
Being
my-
an only child, or
Yeah, I think just like going back and forth, and that would have been kind of tricky.
for sure. Because your father, where does he live?
He lives in Wisconsin, and there's like a while there where he was living in Florida.
Okay.
And my mom and I were living in Wisconsin. And I don't think he had like full, I don't know how the custody worked, but I would like go there to Florida in the summers
Gotcha.
and spend the whole summer with him, and then I'd be in Wisconsin with my mom.
Because he's a pilot, right?
Yeah,
An airline pilot.
yep. And then when I was in like 5th grade, he moved to Wisconsin, and then I went back and forth. But the
Where?
schedule,
Where are you from in Wisconsin?
oh, like right in between Milwaukee and Madison.
Okay. Oh my God, it's so cold there.
Yeah. Yeah, the winters makes Leadville seem pretty.
Yeah. I think that
Wow.
was the coldest I've ever been.
Really? In Wisconsin?
Yeah.
When have you been to Wisconsin?
It was many years ago, maybe like 15 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I went to a conference in Chicago, and there was like this running event
Uh-huh.
in Milwaukee, or Waukesha.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
What?
all the names in
Yeah, I
Wisconsin
know.
are just like something else.
This tree's so pretty.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
The bark is like,
Yeah, but I just remember it being like so cold on the run.
Oh, yeah. It's like a bone-chilling cold.
Yeah.
I'm just so gray.
Yeah.
That's what got me. I just like,
Oh my God. Yeah.
so sad.
Right? So I love Colorado. People are like, oh, but it's so cold. I'm like, it's actually...
It's not bad at all.
It's not that bad.
Like on the sunny days,
I know.
it just feels like so much warmer than it actually is.
Yeah.
Especially here.
Yeah. And in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I'll be able to move out here though.
I know, that would be so fun. I feel like the Springs is the best place to be, like in the Front Range or like a city.
Agreed. Yeah.
Like, it's pretty. Oh, it smells so good right here.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
I don't know what it is. It smells like flowers.
Yeah.
I was like, stop and smell the flowers.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
So are we headed up there?
Yeah, so we're gonna, the trail will turn up here, and then we're going to like the top right up there.
Oh, cool.
So we're almost there. Yeah, this is kind of good. You gain like quite a bit. We've already gained 11,000 or 1,100 feet. Yeah. We've already gained 11,000 feet.
That would be amazing.
My first hike back.
Right.
My first hike ever.
Yeah, first hike ever. What else do you have going on in your life?
I think the next thing, because I've just been busy, like I moved, and then we had a bunch of track meets, which those track meets take like, I'd leave the house in Leadville at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then not get home until like 9:30 at night. Just like all day. I think I moved, and then we had a couple of those that week. So that was just a lot.
Right.
And then, yeah, driving down for practice every day took up like my whole afternoon.
Right.
And then I went to Cocodona and
cool.
crewed Olga.
That's right.
Yeah, in her comeback
How was
race,
it?
because she's had knee surgery this past year.
Uh-huh.
And this is her first.
How was it?
She did amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, she got 3rd place.
Overall?
Yeah, overall, like women.
Women? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. And she was in 2nd for a good bit too.
Wow.
Then she had like an electrolyte imbalance, and it caused her to like lean.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Is that what it was from?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's happened to her like a few times now. But yeah, that was a big week.
Cool.
I think after that I was just like so exhausted.
I bet.
So this last week was just
Chill.
Yeah.
Nice.
And like catching up on coaching stuff.
Cool.
And then now I'm starting to work at the little bakery more, and
How do you like that?
I love it. I actually did it in high school.
Oh, okay.
That was like my high school job my senior year. And I did all the baking that summer before
Cool.
college. So it was nice. Like it's been, I think 6 years now.
Yeah.
Since 7 years since I graduated high school. Like I didn't think I was like that old. And then
I want to hear it. Oh my God. It is crazy though.
yeah. Oh yeah, I would have been like 17 or 18.
Math.
2017.
What year are we? 7 years.
So yeah. I feel like when people ask me like what do you think about when you run? It's like math, but like
too.
math that I like can't do.
Right.
It's like stuff like that where
It's
I'm
like easy
Yeah,
math.
it's easy, but like I'll
Yeah.
just think about it for like
Same.
a long time.
Same.
A lot of math, just constant math.
It's like not impressive math.
Yes, yeah. So I was like use my fingers and I still can't do it.
Oh my
Like
God.
okay, if I add an out and back here, how much like onto the loop?
Right.
And then
Same.
I can't.
And then you get confused
Yeah.
and you have to redo it.
I know. I'm like, why can't I think about this?
I know.
It's either like
definitely passes the
nothing or
time.
math.
Yeah. Right. You don't want to know.
You think you'd have like some sort of profound ideas out there when you're running for like 5 days.
Right.
It's like, actually, I don't really think about anything.
So crazy.
I think it's kind of nice though. It's like a calming feeling just going in like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
All I have to worry about is getting to the next aid station.
Yeah.
And just being out on the trail for like, day or days.
It's kind of like a flow state.
Yeah, it's like I don't have to worry about anything else.
Right.
Or think about anything else. But yeah, I did the baking there.
You like to bake, don't you?
Yeah, I do actually. I just like to cook and bake. My favorite, I basically, I got this cookbook. One of my friends gave it to me in high school. And it's like a cookbook with kind of all it's through Runner's World magazine.
Okay.
And they just put a cookbook together with like all the recipes that have been in the magazine over
Oh, cool.
a number of years.
Okay.
And like she gave that to me in high school, and I just thought that was like the coolest thing. And like ever since then, I just like, I want to make everything in this cookbook.
Yeah.
And then Shalane Flanagan has always been like my number one. Like
Run fast, eat slow.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like my big inspiration growing up. Yeah. I just thought she was like the coolest. I watched every video of her
Cool.
on like the internet and like read about her in the magazines. Like,
Have you ever met her?
no. And it's actually funny because Molly Seidel, she went to a really small school in Wisconsin where my mom taught.
Okay.
And my mom was a kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
And then I went to like the big public school kind of near there.
Right.
And yeah, my mom came home from school one day and she knew how much I liked Shalane and everything, but like she just didn't put this together. Molly, got the National Runner or Gatorade Runner of the Year award.
Okay.
And Shalane came to present the award to her at the school. And they had like a whole school assembly and like, Shalane spoke and whatever. And my mom came home and was like, yeah, Molly got this big award today. And this lady was there to present it to her who like won some big race. I was like, oh, well, who's the lady? It's like, I don't know, like Charlene something.
Oh my God.
I was like, Shalane Flanagan, like, why did you pull me out of school?
Right. Oh my God.
I was like, and then my mom would tease me about it. She'd be like, I know Shalane. Like, I've met her. I'm like, gosh dang it.
That's funny.
I know. But her cookbook, she has 3 of them. Run fast, eat slow. Run fast, cook fast, eat slow.
Oh, okay.
And then rise and run, which is more of like breakfast
Gotcha.
food. But yeah, basically my entire diet comes from those like 4 cookbooks.
So you have like a diet that you follow?
No, I just like all the food in there, so I just pick things out to make each week.
But like, are you a vegetarian? Or...
Oh no, I like eat everything.
Yeah.
No restrictions.
Nice.
But I eat like healthy, like I make.
Same. Yeah.
Try to like make as much of my own things as I can.
Right.
Like granola, I don't really buy that. I like to make it. Or just anything that's like store-bought that you can make, I think that's not like too hard. Like I'm not gonna make my own yogurt or
I just
like,
think fresh is best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like processed foods
Yeah, I try
are not
to.
good for us.
Yeah.
What are these flowers called?
Oh my gosh, my mom was just telling me about those the other day. I can't remember what they're called.
They're so pretty.
They're the first ones to come up every spring though.
Is there like a good trail running community here?
Actually, I don't really know anything about the trail running community here.
But you have one in Leadville.
Yeah, there's quite a few in Leadville. We have like group runs, and I think I'll probably start to figure that out like once
Yeah,
I get back into it.
for sure.
But I think now that I'm like sort of settled a little bit more, that was another thing, like my apartment wasn't ready quite yet
Right.
when I moved in. So I was like washing all my dishes in the bathtub for the first like 2 weeks.
Really? What's wrong with the sink?
They just were putting in a new kitchen. And,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, didn't have it. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Dang, I've been there before.
yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
it's so nice to have a new kitchen. Like, I'm so grateful, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's
for
hard when
sure.
you can't like really settle in, I guess.
Oh, it'll take a little time.
Yeah. But now I feel like I'm settled, and I want to get a gym membership down here so I can do more gym workouts and stuff. It was nice I could use the school gym when I was coaching,
Yeah.
but
You can't now?
I don't think so.
Really?
I think because like the school year's over,
Right.
but
I would think that would be a perk.
yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like everything.
Do they have gyms here?
It's called Peak Fitness.
Okay.
They have like a rock wall and like full gym.
Cool.
I think I might do that. And then Salida has a pool. So I'd like to, yeah, do some aqua jogging.
Yeah.
I just need to like be more active.
Well, have you watched any like good shows while you've been recovering?
I did for the first, like I bought a subscription, like Netflix and Hulu for
Yeah. What were you into?
the first few weeks. And then I shut it off because I was like, I can have it while I'm on the couch, but then I don't want to like, it's so easy to get addicted to like shows.
sure.
And I just get to a point where I'm like, I cannot like do anything until I know what happens.
Right.
And then you know what happens and it's like, okay, well then what's the next thing that happens?
What were you into?
Yeah. This is so embarrassing, honestly. I got really into The Bachelor.
Oh,
and like The Bachelorette. It was just like mindless.
Yeah.
You can just like
That's funny.
roll your eyes and laugh.
Yeah. Lots of people like the show.
I know, no, it's pretty.
It's popular for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. It's all kind of the same though. It's like they all say the same. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I fill my time with that, but sometimes it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I don't have it now though.
Oh, you don't?
No, yeah, just those 2 weeks.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll like get Netflix or something like after a race while I'm recovering. It's
Yeah,
nice to like
totally.
watch shows, but I could not like do that all the time.
Right. Yeah, I just don't have enough time in the day.
Yeah, I don't know where people fit all that in unless you're like couch ridden. This view is so pretty.
Annie,
Yeah,
can you do push-ups?
I can do push-ups.
We should do some summit push-ups.
Okay.
Just like 10.
Let's do it.
Woo! Yeah.
I'm so excited. I think this.
Good job, Annie.
Thank you.
The Midland Hill Trail is a 5.3 out and back with about 1,627 feet of elevation gain and tops out at approximately 9,556 feet above sea level. Oh God, it's so awkward. Okay, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Woo!
Good job.
Good job.
All right, well, we just hiked up the Midland Hill Trail. This is Annie's first hike back after injury. Caveat with that, after injury. And so, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up because we've had a great hike and I've loved learning more about Annie. I'm sure you have too. Annie, do you want to say anything?
Oh, thank you so much for having me.